Hey everyone, it's Natalie, also known as Knitty Natty. Welcome to today's vlog. We are going to be going on planes, trains, and automobiles as I travel from New York City to Nashville and eventually to Alabama. You're just going to have to see what happens. After saying bye to Toaster, I'm off to the airport. Kent is coming along to help me carry my suitcase. We have a subway train and then I will have a bus to catch to the airport. Now this is a much cheaper option than Uber at just $2.75 one way, but it's definitely not the easiest option. So it's very helpful and very nice to have Kent carry my bag up and down the stairs and onto the bus.
Maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry. 'Cause we both know it's not.
Once I got through security, it was time to change from shorts into pants. Then I put on a fresh mask and started my side quest for coffee. Now, I like to wear shorts to the airport because it's a lot of walking and I get kind of sweaty, but I hate sticking to seats on the flight. So I always pack a pair of pants to wear on the plane.
Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now
I made it to my gate about an hour before boarding, so I had plenty of time to finish up my Bridgerton book and also catch up on some messages.
I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry.
I was really happy to get a window seat on the flight, and then it was time to pick out something to watch from all the Netflix shows and movies that I had downloaded.
It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight. Before we make this even worse, it's gonna hurt even more than just us. We gave it all we had. It's time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why
I brought my Seaside dress by Brianna Lupino to work on during the flight, and I'm glad I had lots to keep me entertained because we sat on the tarmac for a long time. I watched half of Monster-in-Law before we even took off.
it's done, so baby, bye. It's for the best, and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now. Before we make this even worse, it's gonna hurt even more than just us. Ooh, hey.
I look out across the water. I smell the song. I feel the breeze. But in my heart, I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee.
I am waking up today in my parents' house in Nashville, Tennessee, and later today we are going to be getting in the car with my mom and dad, my brother, and my future sister-in-law, and we are going to be traveling to Alabama from one of my other brother's college graduations. I feel like I need to mention I have one more brother who couldn't come because he's not going to be there, but other than that, it's almost the whole family, and of course, except for Kent and Toaster, who are in New York still. So, excuse me, I haven't had anything to drink or talk to anyone today, aside from asking my parents if I could use the shower, because there's only one. So I wanted to show real quick my Seaside dress and all the progress that I made yesterday on the plane. We were on the plane for so long. Not really that long, but a lot longer than the flight was supposed to be. I think we were on the runway for 45 minutes, just waiting for other planes to take off before us. I watched probably half of my movie before we even got into the air, but that's all right because that meant I had lots of time to knit. And I started on the plane the decreases for the waist. So this thing is getting super long. This is the Seaside dress by Brianna Lapino, and I am so happy with how it's turning out. I changed to another color too on the plane, so I'm like just making sure everything's still looking like it's fading, and it is. I'm so excited. I'm on my fourth to last color now. These sections are going to have a little more chunks of color because I had more yarn from these sections than the ones below, but I think that's going to be fine overall. It'll just be a really beautiful, it looks so good in this morning light. I'm sitting right in front of a window. Oh my gosh. But yesterday I managed to do everything from my cute little gummy worm. That's from Whitney Marie Anderson. It's so cute. Oh, it's not really, it's all like sugared up and everything. I love it. So my goal right now is to do 20 rounds per day. And I think I did a little more than that. I think I did like 25 rounds yesterday. So I'm going to move my marker and keep on working on this today. I think we got like 3 hours in the car, so I should be fine. And I made sure to bring, let me get it. I have learned when I travel that I should always, always, always bring, where did I put it? Is it anything? No, it's not. Always bring my neck light, because you just never know. Like you think, oh, no, I'm not going to be anywhere where it's dark. Well, then sometimes when you get on a plane, even during the day, it gets really dark on the plane. So I have this neck light that I've had for a really long time. I'll make sure to link it. Oh, that's the brand. They still sell the same one. It's pretty affordable. I think it's like maybe $15, and it's rechargeable. So you just plug it in to charge it, and then you just set it around your neck and you point these. I usually only turn on one because they are really bright. There's like 3 different settings, but I'm going to have that because I know it's going to get dark while we're in the car because we're not leaving until like 4 o'clock this afternoon. So from now until then, I am just going to enjoy being here at my parents' house. My mom just texted me while I was getting ready and said that she made some grits for me. If you don't know what grits are, I will show them here in just a second.
Each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee.
Now these are grits, and I know they don't look appetizing, but trust me, they are delicious when made right. You're gonna need cheese and salt, and you need to let them sit so that they thicken up and they aren't that snotty, runny texture.
From Reapers Ford to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound.
My mom and I headed out for a car wash before the trip, and then we decided to stop by Bliss Yarns for a quick visit. Bliss will always and forever be my first local yarn store, and I can't go to Nashville without stopping by.
We don't know where these rivers flow.
One thing I miss about Tennessee is just how beautiful all the trees and hills are. It's just something that you don't appreciate until you leave.
Each and every time.
We are getting ready to head out to the car to drive to Alabama. First, we have to pick up my brother and his fiance, but I am going to take some Dramamine for the road trip because I'm going to be riding in the back of the car, which is totally fine. But I wanted to show really quick my second knitting project. I feel really proud of myself for only bringing 2 projects on this trip. You saw the dress earlier. That's probably what I'm going to work on most of the time. But like, for example, tonight when we're out at dinner or tomorrow when we're at the graduation ceremony, I want something smaller and more portable to bring. So I have my sock, and actually these are both Black Pearl Magic bags. I love them. They're vinyl. They're really great. I brought them to the beach with me a little while ago too. So this is the second sock of a pair. It is Olivia and Oliver fibers. The color is So pretty. And I am already on just the straight shot part of the foot. I'm doing a perfect fit sock, and I'm kind of saving these because, again, I want something I can work on when we're out to dinner or anywhere where I like can't bring a big project. And most of this trip, I'm going to be able to work on this dress, and I want to get as much of the dress as possible done because I'm trying to finish it before I have a deadline to finish it before starting another project. So I feel proud of myself for bringing just the 2 of these on the trip. But I've got to run because I'm going to go get us some coffee for the trip. It's about 3:30 right now, and my mom and I both realized we only had 1 cup of coffee this morning, clearly, and that is just not enough. So to get us through this next few hours, we're going to need some sustenance. So wish me luck because I haven't driven in a long time. I told my mom that I was like a little bit nervous to drive. And by the way, I'm in the drive-through line now, not driving on the road. And she was like, well, if you're feeling uncomfortable, just come right back. It's kind of hard to turn out of my parents' neighborhood, but I did it. And it wasn't as bad as I remembered, so that's good.
Can I get a grande iced latte?
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer.
We're off to Birmingham, Alabama for my brother's graduation. I've got my oat latte and my dress to keep me entertained on the 2.5-hour drive. I got this trail mix from Target, and they must have had about 30 different kinds to choose from. My brother and future sister-in-law were in the car too, and they were telling me about their upcoming wedding and honeymoon, so it was such a fun ride. We went to dinner to celebrate my brother and surprise him, and that's when it hit me. I was being so sneaky about keeping this trip a secret off of Instagram, but I totally forgot to turn off my Find Friends location with him. But he said he only realized the surprise earlier that day. The next morning, it was time to pack up our stuff at the hotel and head to the early graduation. Imagine my excitement when I learned that the hotel was next to a Whataburger.
Nothing from the past can hurt us anymore. We're free of what we lost. Not anything.
The graduation went quickly because it was a summer graduation, and we ate an early lunch and then hopped in the car to drive back to Nashville.
We have made it back from our road trip to Nashville and to the end of this vlog. I'm actually going to be staying at my parents' house for a couple more days, but we have nothing really interesting going on, so I figured we'd just end here. Honestly, I'm planning to just do nothing but relax, hang out with my parents. We're going to watch probably a lot of TV and eat, and it's going to be glorious. There's no expectations for output except that I really want to keep working on this dress. Speaking of, I didn't do a ton of knitting in the car. I did a little bit of knitting today during my brother's graduation. I don't know exactly where I was. I think I was somewhere around this marker, so actually quite a bit of that little sock got done. But again, I'm not worried about getting these done. I just have them here to work on for any on-the-go knitting. And today, while we were in the car driving back, I knit a little bit. I think I did like maybe 3 rows, but I just felt more like playing on my phone and answering questions on Instagram. So I did like a Q&A instead, but it's early in the day. It's only 4 o'clock, and we're probably going to be hanging out here at home the rest of the night. So I'll have plenty of knitting time for today, but I'm getting close to actually changing to another color. You can see really nicely in the light now, this most recent color that I've been working on. I've been doing decreases. It's looking so pretty. I'm so excited about it. But I think I'm going to take a little rest, read a book, and maybe take a little nap because I am on vacation after all. It's Saturday afternoon and I want to relax. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun coming along on this trip with me, and I will see you in the next video.